Hello and welcome to your astrological forecast for sun sign and rising sign in Leo. If you like the video, press the like button, and if you like the channel, then subscribe. Okay, so 2023 for Leo. Well, some really interesting planetary activity that's going on that should change the general feel for 2023 for you Leos. And I have to say that, all the fixed signs, that's the Taurus, the Leo, the Scorpios and the Aquarius, have been through the mill, particularly of 2022, and are ready to embrace change, but also a real sense of opportunity for them. Now, the first major event, I have to say, is the fact that the planet Saturn, which has been transiting in your seventh house for the last 2.5 years in Aquarius, on the 7th of March, moves from that house, the house of other people, into your 8th house, which is the shared resources, the psychological side of things, attacks other people's money. And generally is a house placement that usually denotes, looking inward to find the real motivation, or our own personal holy grail quest. But significantly, you're freed up from the restrictions of Saturn when engaging with other people. That means within romantic relationships or business partnerships, or the people that just come into your life. There is a change here, and it means that you are able to engage with people and show your more fun side and feel that you're not dictated by other people's emotions or other people's restrictions as much as you have been, and probably learned a great deal about yourself over the last 2.5 years. When to be patient, when to be bold, when to hang back, when to say something and when not. So Saturn moving into your 8th house will certainly mean that those themes of knowing when to engage with people will just switch to a much more internal process, and less external. And I think that will allow that lovely sun energy that you're ruled by to come out and play a little bit more, and just feel less responsible for other people's happiness as well. So that's a big thing that's kind of playing out. The other thing that is, you sort of get rid of Saturn outside of the 7th house, and then in March, late March, you suddenly Pluto steps in there for a couple of months, till June. Then it will go back into your 6th house, and then it will re-engage with your 7th house in 2024. So that lesson of Saturn is really important that you've had over the last 2.5 years with dealing with other people, because Pluto's a different beast entirely from Saturn in a way. It's a bit more subtle, to be honest, and it's a longer transit. You're going to have a 20-year period where the planet Pluto is going to be transiting in your 7th house, which is the house of other people. So between March and June, you get a little bit of a taste as to just what you're kind of dealing with that Pluto energy coming in, which will be about power. Who's got the power? Have you got the power? Has another person got the power? The dynamics and the dance between two people, and the subtleties and the motivations and the games that we play, and the way that you can transform the energy from one person to another to make a different outcome to where you started. Sounds intense, and it is a bit, but that's what you've got to come, and that'll give you a lot of strength. You could be put in a very powerful position as long as you're not giving away your power too much. So look out for Pluto. Jupiter is the interesting one for you. So Jupiter is traveling in your 9th house until May the 16th, which it's very happy. It's in its rulership, the 9th house. It's in Aries zodiac sign, which it kind of likes, and it's very active. It's very busy. It wants you to learn. It wants you to engage. It wants you to travel. It wants you to be in educational matters. It wants you to delve into the deeper aspects of life and tell everyone about it. And then on the 16th, it goes into your 10th house, which is your career house, where it will remain for the rest of the year. And to me, that's a big one, because Leos have been affected by the Uranus in Taurus in the 10th house since 2018, and a disruption that's brought in with career, and at times not even knowing where they're going, what they're doing. Does this work for me? Does this not? And then suddenly Jupiter comes in and goes, okay, right, let's give you a bit of confidence. Let's give you a bit of a boost here. Let's make you kind of look further afield. Let's give you opportunities that you may actually like. Let's be more open-minded in our approach, and I feel from that May 16th onwards, for a lot of Leos, opportunities in work will just come out of nowhere, and they'll be given the stuff that they thought, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. I might take that on board. It's up to you whether you do that. But Jupiter's kind of bearing quite nicely on you. It's a day planet. It's above the horizon in your chart. So it's doing well, and this is going to be interesting, because I feel like, just going backwards a little bit, we've got, of course, on the 5th of May, we've got this eclipse going on, and solar eclipse going on, which is kind of very, very strong. Sorry, lunar eclipse, I should say, on the 5th. It's at 18:23 GMT time. It's at 15 degrees in Taurus. It's right bang in the middle of your 10th house. And that's just before, obviously, Jupiter on the 16th goes into your 10th house. And I just feel May is a major, major month for you, particularly career-wise. It's a big, big month for you. And then on the 28th of October, you've got another lunar eclipse at Scorpio, which is in your 4th house, which is the place of the home, the family, your ancestral lineage, old patterns of behavior. And I think that will bring up a lot of things to the surface that needs to be brought up. So you've got that 6-month period from May to October that is really, really strong in terms of work, career, and things just literally coming out of nowhere, and go, well, I didn't think that would happen, and suddenly it has. You have to be careful, because Jupiter will be retrograde from the 5th of September to the 31st of December. So that autumnal kind of period of of the year, things might just slow down a bit. But from the 16th of May up until the 5th of September, busy, busy, busy. And I would assume that for a lot of you, you'll be in some kind of new work, or your job description will change, or you'll start a new business, really kind of strong. So there's some kind of major kind of aspects going on. And I think for a lot of you Leos, it will just feel like 2023 a breath of fresh air. You'll feel like, oh, right, I'm back to who I am. I've actually feel I've got a bit of control over who I am. On a final note, Uranus, of course, is in Taurus. Again, we go back to the 10th house. And so for you Leos, particularly born, around about the 7th of August to the sort of 16th, 17th August, will be affected a lot, because the sun will be squaring your sun. And for you Leo rising, if you've got the Leo rising degree between 16 degrees and 23 degrees, then obviously Uranus is squaring your ascendant. So those are kind of you still got a lot of changes going on. There's still a bit of disruption, but also awakenings and new value systems coming out from that. So I think for the majority of Leos, it will just feel like, it's less kind of one step forward, two steps back, and actually feeling a bit more in control of what they're doing. So lots to look forward to there for Leos. If you do like the video, press the like button, and please become a subscriber if you like the channel. And thank you very much for watching.